Let us be seated. You gotta excuse my tardiness. The Bears had won today in a relatively good fashion, beating the Saints, making the record 4-2. Can I get an amen? Now, I had to see if the Commanders was gonna beat these Cowgirls, and unfortunately, the Cowgirls they had won. But that's not why we're here on this evening on October 19th. Last week we were supposed to come on, but Trillionaire Chuck felt a little ill. And I want to make sure I give this Raymond word so that way you all can get it and understand it. But welcome to Sidepiece Sermons, the church where accountability meets audacity. I'm your host, Trillionaire Chuck, your pastor for this evening. And today's message is titled, Why Men Are Ghosting Good Women in 2025. Now, before you throw holy water at your screen, let's be real. Some of these men ain't evil. They just exhausted, ladies. Emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Modern Disappearing Act, okay? 1 minute, he's texting, good morning, beautiful. The next, he's gone, like he joined the Witness Protection Program. Right, ladies? All right. But here's the truth. Ghosting in 2025 ain't always about disrespect. No, it's not about disrespect at all, ladies. Sometimes it's about disconnection. Social media turned dating into job applications. I'm going to say it again. Social media turned dating into job applications. What do you mean, Trillionaire Chuck? Let me tell you. Think about it. You got Facebook dating. You got Tinder. You got Hinge. You got all these dating apps out there, right? And they always tell you, like, what are your hobbies? How tall are you? How do you love? What languages do you speak? What do you do for work? And it's kind of like you yourself is the job description. You tell him what you want in a partner, what you require. So it's like the person is filling out the application on these apps now, right? So that's what we mean when we're like social media turned dating into a job application with vibes. You got to perform 24/7, impress through filters, and if the energy dips for 2 seconds, poof, you're too much or you're not enough, right? Now, what I've been noticing, what I've been reading, what I've been researching, and doing all this stuff is what I found out is that 64% of singles have ghosted or been ghosted in the past year, according to Pew Research 2025. Men report higher burnout from emotional availability, saying they fear vulnerability more than rejection. And this is coming from today, 2024, guys do not want to be vulnerable because they do not want to be made a meme. I'm going to say it again. Guys do not want to be vulnerable because they do not want to be made a meme. They don't want to be made fun of. They don't want to be talked about. Society made it where the men have to be this Superman, this rock hard man. There's no emotional man. But deep down inside, men look for partners that they can be vulnerable to. They can express how they feel and not be taken as a sign of weakness now. So women are dating with clearer standards now, right? But men often aren't emotionally equipped to meet those expectations. This is coming from the cut of 2025. So when a man ghosts a good woman, it's not always because she's the problem. You hear that, ladies? It's not always because you're the problem. It's because he's unhealed. He's unready and unregulated, right? So now, ghosting has become the new love language. Silence speaks when maturity won't. I know somebody been in some arguments, been on some dates, and the guy was just silent, not saying nothing. Or fellas, the lady was just silent, not saying nothing. Dating apps made love feel like a marketplace, and too many people are shopping with no budget for consistency. I'm going to say it again. I'm speaking to somebody tonight. Dating apps made love feel like a marketplace, and too many people are shopping with no budget for consistency. Truth is, some men don't ghost women. They ghost expectations. So ladies, the expectations that you set for this new man that you're trying to get be unrealistic. And in turn, he's gone. Like he never existed. Because consistency costs more than they can afford. Oh, we gotta call her every day. Oh, I gotta tell her good morning. How's your day? And it's a consistent thing over and over and over and over. Gotta take her out. I want to take her out Friday. Gotta spend time with her Saturday. It gets overwhelming sometimes for some of the guys. And they're like, can I get a minute to breathe? So, let's just open the altar up. Is ghosting ever justified? Or are we just normalizing emotional immaturity with better excuses? See, drop your testimonies, voice your notes, or ghost stories in the comments. Because in this church, even silence got a sermon. Now, this was Sidepiece Sermons, where the truth ain't holy, but it's necessary. I'm Trillionaire Chuck. Now, I try to do these every Sunday. But you know what? I might do an episode this Wednesday instead of this Sunday. Because Trillionaire Chuck gonna be out of town this week. So be on the lookout for the next episode. It's your boy Trillionaire Chuck. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of your evening.